Hi guys, today I have a rather exciting video for you. So this is again my Pan Those Eyeshadows challenge or Project Pan Pour, however you want to call it. So basically in this project, I'm just trying to work on 5 eyeshadows at once. And my goal is to hit pan on them. Once I hit pan on one shade, I will roll it out and roll something else in its place. So that way I can constantly go through my collection, supposedly a little faster because I'm not trying to finish the shades. So last update, out of the 5 shades I was working on, actually I was able to hit pan on 4, not finish, just hit pan on 4, which is really exciting. I only have 1 shade left that I wasn't able to hit pan on, and that shouldn't be a surprise. It's actually from my Essence Fairy Wings and Magical Things palette. So 2 reasons why I'm not surprised about not hitting pan on those shades just yet. 1, all of those shades are huge. I think each pan has approximately 2 grams of product in it, which is a lot. And also the shade that I picked from this palette is this kind of lighter green color. So it's not really my everyday color per se, so I don't use it nearly as often. I believe this shade has been in this project 2 updates already, so roughly 2 months. And I definitely have a good dip going. I think you can obviously see, but just no pan yet. I'm hopeful, I'm still using it. So this is what I have on my kind of inner third on my eyelids today. It does provide a nice kind of cool tone look, and it doesn't scream light green either. So I think overall it's a easier to use colorful shade. So but still I don't use it every day, so I think I can probably hit pan on it next update. I feel I could, but we'll see about that. So like I explained, I was able to hit pan on all the other 4 shades, so in no particular order, I'm just gonna go through them. The first one here is from ColourPop Yes Please palette, and the color that I drew last time was Bling. So that is this color in the upper corner right here. It's a deeper kind of reddish color, and it was really nice. I use it in my outer V. I hit pan on it rather fast, and once I hit pan on it, I just kind of rolled it out, stopped using it. So the pan here isn't huge, but I'm totally happy with that. You can see that I do have 2 other little pans in there, but they're not from this project. It was from last year. I think I panned them or hit pan on them. So that one is gonna get rolled out now. The next one is from Urban Decay. This is the Lightbeam eyeshadow palette. This one, I don't see a lot of people talk about it, but I thought it's a really lovely kind of little palette. It has 5 shades in there, and I picked a shade 2 updates ago, and I wasn't able to hit pan last time. So finally, I was able to hit pan on it this time. So it's this shade down here in the color Nudie. Can you tell? There it is. There's the pan. So this one is a little bit densely packed in there. That's why it took me a little longer to hit pan on it. Even though this is a really easy to use shade, it still took me a little while. I'm kind of happy that this one is rolled out now because it's just a really boring shade. You know, I would rather work on something a little bit more fun, hopefully. So that one is done too. Next, I have a single shade, and this one is from Pixie. This is a Fairy Light Solo collection, I guess, and the color is number 5 Boho Bronze. So this one is a mid-tone kind of taupey color, just like that. It's a pretty large pan actually, and I have a decent sized dip going, and you can see that little bright shiny pan right in the middle. So I am honestly fairly disappointed at this color. I did go through it rather fast, mainly because it doesn't really show up on my lids. It doesn't matter if I have a cream eyeshadow underneath or if I use my fingers. It just doesn't really show up. I don't know what the deal was. When I swatched it, it was fine. So I don't know. I feel I have very similar shades to this in my collection. I might just declutter this just because what's the point? You know, I would rather use something similar than this guy. It was a struggle. So, you know, I'm just happy I took long enough to hit pan on it. Really got a feeling how I actually feel about this shade. So I'm happy to say that I will actually declutter this. All right, the very last shade I was able to hit pan on is from my Lorac Mega Pro 4 palette. So the color that I picked this time is Misty Mauve, which is right down here, this pretty large pan here. I hit pan on it and I continue to use it for a little bit longer. That's why the pan is a little larger. And actually this one and the boho browns right here, they're very similar in color, but this guy just performs so much better. So, you know, just another reason why I'm gonna toss this little single here. But I'm happy about that. I was able to hit pan on that pretty fast too, but mainly because the pan is so small and it's a little bit more kind of just dusty. So that way, you know, I went through it pretty fast. So I'm pretty happy about that. So I think it's really cool that I was able to hit pan on 4 out of the 5 shades here. That's just amazing. I'm really, really happy about that. So now I'm gonna pick or randomize 4 shades out of my collection now. I currently have 332 pans of eyeshadows that don't have pans in them. That's huge. So let's roll it. All right, so it seems like the colors that I picked this time, the numbers are 138, 156, 253, and 262. I'm gonna go to my collection, go downstairs, go to my makeup room, look at my collection, and then see what they are, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So interesting. I'm always intrigued by the colors that I pick, especially the color combination. So no surprise here, well, 3 out of the 4 shades I picked this time are completely new, brand new. I've never even swatched them, and 1 I have used before. So I'm gonna quickly show you what they are, and I will swatch them next to each other so that you can see what kind of color palette I'm working on. So the first one actually is interesting because it came from the same Urban Decay Lightbeam palette again, but this time the randomizer picked the color Vibe for me, which is this one. It's just a lighter kind of shimmery brown color. Yes, I will swatch it all together with the other shades. The next one is a brand new palette for me. Not only the shades I've never touched before, the entire palette is brand new. So if you watched my recent haul, this one just came into my collection last month. It's from Milani. It's the Pure Passion palette, and it has 12 shades in it, and the color that I picked this time is Sunsets by the Beach. So that is this kind of deeper maroon color, the third one from the top and right in the middle right here. So I think that could be a very nice outer V color, and it shouldn't be very hard for me to use. The next brand new shade here is from my Marc Jacobs the Night Owl palette. So this palette for me is brand new as well. I've never touched any shades from this palette, so it's brand new, and I love this color, and this theme, it just screams fall to me. I want to use this entire palette, honestly, but ooh, yeah, the protector just fell out. But the color that the randomizer picked for me is this guy, this greenish shimmery color. It has a very lovely gold shimmer sheen in there, so I'm rather excited to try that one out. And the very last one is a Wet n Wild Trail. So I'm actually really glad that I was able to go through some of my older shades. So this one is a limited edition trail. It's called Silent Era Film. And the color that I picked this time is right in the middle, this reddish tone crease color. So I think that's really nice because I can use a reddish tone color in my crease during the fall. I think that it looks perfect. So now I'm gonna swatch all the 5 shades I have next to each other. All right, so this is the colors. Look at that, it's very interesting. It's very heavy on the teal blue because of those 2, but also the other 3 are very warm toned, so I think they can play well together. I'm rather excited to try this out. So this bottom one, this is the shades that I wasn't able to hit pan on from last update. It's the Essence Fairy Wings and Magical Things palette, and the color is Off to Fantasyland. So it's this lighter kind of mint color. It's a matte shade. And the next one is from the Lightbeam palette, the color Vibe from here. So it's just kind of like a mid-tone brown color that will be really easy to use. Right in the middle here, this is the Wet n Wild shade from the Silent Era Film trio. So I actually really like that color. Look at it. It's very warm toned and very brick-like, and it just looks so lovely. I'm totally excited to use that one. And next, this teal kind of metallic color is from Marc Jacobs. This is the Night Out palette, and the color right here, this kind of shimmery green shade. And it looks so much more intense on the swatch, I think. It looks a little deeper and more intense, but I'm excited to play with that. I think I'm gonna try to see what kind of color combo I can come out with it. I can either use it in my outer V or maybe put it under my lower lash line. So that will be fun, and we'll see how that goes. And this green and this green, they can probably play together too. So we'll see about that. And the very last one here is from Milani, and it's the Pure Passion palette right here. It's really blinding. This is the color Sunsets by the Beach. So it's just a warm toned kind of reddish leaning metallic color, and that should be very easy to use too. So very interesting color combination, and I'm excited to play with this. And hopefully next month I can hit pan on at least a couple of them too, and that would just be fun, right? I have a hair on my mouth. Yep. Okay, so that will be it. I'm excited about this update. I hope you guys are doing well with your projects too. Let me know how you're doing, if you're doing this project as well, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.